So like 5 years ago, I found a very nice novel, a Dutch novel, and I fell in love with it. It's about the magical power of writing and how writing can help a teenager girl to overcome their feelings and problems. So it was very touching for me, and also I really like that it's a very special story in a way that there is no antagonist in it. And usually when you are making a film for children or there is a story for children, then most of the time there is an evil and you have to fight against him or her. And I really like that it's rather focusing on an inner process of feelings, and just we really go with the girl emotional flow, and we follow her journey, inside journey or emotional journey, and that was one of the things that I really liked. And the other thing, that it's not a chronological story, but rather we are jumping in time and between reality and imagination, and that was again something that it's not so common, somehow extreme or unique, and that's why I started to make this film. When I was a child, I always wrote my own diary, so I really could relate to this story. And I have a daughter, and she wrote her own novel, which was published when she was 16. And she had many struggles when she was a teenager, and it wasn't an easy time for her. And I could see that writing out her feelings helped her so much. So I think that's, again, something that was very relatable for me. And back then there was a time when all the children's film protagonist was a boy, and nowadays there are maybe more girls, and so I think it's a good thing that we can see stories of girls as well in cinema, but I also like that kind of equality, that I'm interested about boys and girls story as well. But of course, because I'm a woman, for me it was very easy to create an original girl character. So, and also I see that in the cinema, it's still, there are much more men directors and producers than women, and also I can see the statistics that men is earning more money still than women most of the time. And I'm for equality, so I'm not saying that from now on, even though we could say that statistically, from now on only women would make film about girls stories or women's stories for the next 100 years, then probably we would get the equal. But I think it wouldn't be a good solution. I think it's good if now we are aiming for equality, and that's the way I think about it. Yeah, I think that it's really important to show quality films for children and youth all around the world, because this is the new generation, and for them it's kind of normal to take photos, to create videos. They are doing this every day. But to show that how to develop a story, how to create something that it's original, it's yours, or to show different cultures from different places. These are very important, because in that way, this is the way we can really shape the future. This is the way we can shape our presence as well, because nowadays it's not only that adults creating films and children watching it, but children starting to create their own stories. And I really believe in co-creation as well, so I think that's one thing that could be the future, that instead of only having children or youngsters being a passive audience, it's really good to have Q&As, for example, of course, but also it's really great opportunity to create something together and listen out at what are the stories that they would be interested, and creating together something that works for them and works for the adults as well. And in that way we could understand each other. now I'm diving into this part, and we used this for, I accidentally wrote a book that we did audience testing, and we asked them even at the script development part or phase, that what do they think about the story and what would they add and what kind of music they like and that kind of things. And I think it was very helpful, and maybe that also helped that this film is really relatable for them, and so many people watched it in Hungary and other countries as well. It was really hard. For the last 10 years I was struggling to create a film for children because no one really believed in it and didn't want to give them money for it. So it was really hard to get financed stories for children, and that's why I started to create a film festival called Cinemira, which is the only film festival for children and youth in Hungary. And I wanted to show there are so many beautiful films made in Europe, not only in Hollywood. Somehow I think it helped for me as well to understand what is a good children's movie nowadays, and how does it look like. And so I think that the decision makers and filmmakers in Hungary could see that it really works to make a film for children or the young audiences. And I'm really grateful and happy that finally I could make this film, and it's not only Hungarian, but it's a Hungarian-Dutch co-production, and also Örimesh financed the film as well, so supported the film. So at the end it's a real international co-production, and I really wanted to make a film that maybe it's a real Hungarian film, at the same time it's a real European film, so it's universal, and many people can see and understand even the part of the world, like here in Chile.